This guy is on his own planet. He is the best ever to have done it. I don't care what anyone says. Now, we have had athletes like Ronaldo, but this is a footballer, as an artist, as someone who does things that you just don't normally see. And at his age, to be able to continue to do it. You said there he came off the bench, everyone's clapping. They're clapping because they spent a fortune to watch Lionel Messi play. But they get rewarded every single time, which is why, again, FIFA knock it out of the park. They know that the people are getting their reward. They're spending big bucks to go watch these games. Messi's ticket is the highest ticket on the market. Why? Because you know he's going to produce.
If you know how to hang around here and understand the game, you can score a lot of goals. And Lionel Messi knows exactly how to stay here.
Adam, this is ridiculous.
Ronaldo is not sleeping peacefully. Thierry Henry explained why Lionel Messi is the true GOAT. What is the secret behind Messi being the best player in the world? There is no secret. There is space and time. Messi understands those two variables better than any human being Thierry Henry has ever seen play. Henry said, "I played with him. I trained alongside him. I saw up close every single day what you only get to see during the 90 minutes on a Sunday. And even then, honestly, I still find myself trying to explain something that is almost impossible to describe." There is an area on the pitch that analysts call Zone 14. It is a central area just outside the opponent's penalty box, between the midfield and the defensive line. It is not the area where most goals are scored. That is Zone 17, inside the 6-yard box, close to goal. But Zone 14 is where goals are created. It is where the final decision before the finish is made. The defense-splitting pass, the dribble that opens up space, or the shot itself. And Messi lives there. I'm not exaggerating when I say he practically lives there. He eats breakfast there. That small area of the pitch is his home. Now pay close attention to legendary Thierry Henry's explanation.
And welcome to Titi's L'Art du Football. Listen, we talked about Lionel Messi living, breathing, sleeping, having a coffee in that zone, Zone 14. Let me explain it to you. Zone 14 is a central area right outside the opponent's box, exactly where I am right now. We all know that Zone 17 is the zone where you score the most goals. Unfortunately, obviously, that's where the goal is. But if you know how to hang around here and understand the game, you can score a lot of goals. And Lionel Messi knows exactly how to stay here. This is his house. This is where he scores a lot of goals, as we're going to see here. This is him against Algeria. Algeria playing in a mid-block situation. And now, ball's going to come out. We all know that ball's going to arrive to him from the pole and here in that zone 14. Strikers make runs. If any of the defenders comes out, they would have had to deal with a pass of Lionel Messi, and then he scores and buries it. Now, against Algeria, different one. In transition, he's in zone 11, entering zone 14. Ball goes to zone 13. Ball goes back to him. Nobody can defend that when you are in transition. It's tricky. Because when the ball enters zone 13 or can enter zone 16, everybody will crash the box with runs. And if you're clever enough to step out, receive the ball, and obviously have the quality of Lionel Messi, you can score. This is me in zone 14, pretty comfortable. I don't know where you are, Rebecca, but that's where I am. Back to you.
The most frightening thing is that he has once again scored a stunning free kick from zone 14.
Within multiple games across today's action just blew me away. And I'm a little bit speechless. Honestly, I've never been speechless. My wife will tell you that. And Adam Hunt, you can tell the world that.
We don't need your wife to tell us. We know you've never been speechless, ever.
I'm lost for words of what we've just witnessed. Let me just start with Lionel Messi first and foremost. Coming off the bench, we kind of knew it was going to happen, right? Obviously, taking a place on the bench, we saw Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez start up top. Unimpressive as far as I'm concerned. So a little bit concerning about the fact, full stop, that, yeah, without Messi, this might be an interesting tournament for Argentina. But with the little magician coming on and doing genius work once again, scoring a goal like he did do. It's a free kick goal that the goalkeeper probably should have done better with, but I don't care. Lionel Messi doing business. He is now the first player in history of the FIFA World Cup to score in 7 consecutive games in the World Cup, which is absolutely insane in itself. He's now extended his record from, 18 to 19 now, and he continues to score these goals that blow us away. He's the greatest footballer I've ever seen, full stop. He just does things that we don't expect to happen, and now we're starting to expect them because it's Lionel Messi. When he had that ball in the free kick, the first one went over the crossbar. You know, I hate to blow my own trumpet, but I just said this is going in the back of the net second time around because he doesn't miss 2 free kicks.
Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo seems to depend on receiving the ball in zone 17 to score. The problem is that this simply is not happening because he keeps dropping deep to look for the ball in zone 14, and that has been his biggest mistake. At 41 years old, Ronaldo no longer has the technical qualities required to perform that role the way Messi does. But he wants to imitate Messi, and he has failed miserably. His ball control is nowhere near what it was during his glory years. His pace has declined significantly, and it has been a long time since he was able to beat a defender off the dribble. All of those qualities are essential for operating in zone 14 with the precision and creativity that Messi continues to display, even at the age of 39. It is remarkable. Cristiano Ronaldo himself seems to be proof that time catches up with everyone, except Messi. Sometimes the only explanation that seems to make sense is that he is an alien disguised as a human being. Now, why is this zone 14 so special for Messi while it isn't for other players?
As soon as Messi got off the field, every single one of us did this. Oh man, okay, it's game time. Okay,
game on.
Imagine the people in the stadium. Imagine everyone in Buenos Aires, around the world. You lock in a bit more because of his aura. And I don't care what the goalkeeper does. He just has this presence about him, and for him to be doing it at 39 years old, we have to sit here and just clap on that because every single thing he touches turns into gold. He's playing with this freedom. He's playing with this sense of enjoyment. And I don't know, I think he can score 25 goals at this World Cup for Argentina. Every single thing is going his way right now. And for me, for Lionel Messi, this is something you have to savor because you don't know what you're going to see after this World Cup, what's going to come. We hope that this is his last World Cup, but man, we are seeing history and poetry in motion. And for him to be doing it, that's now 13 teams, different teams he scored at a World Cup, which is insane.
I'm just looking at social media and I'm looking at the statistics, and I forgot the statistics because there's so many of them. He just continues to break records, right? And I'm still speechless with the fact that, listen, most people were cheering inside that stadium when he came out there because they get to see a moment of magic, and that's just the moment of magic when he steps on the field. The fact that he takes a free kick and scores a goal like that, second time of asking, by the way, it's like a penalty kick to Lionel Messi. You knew he was going to hit the target. Whether it goes in the back of the net, that's up to the goalkeeper or the quality of the free kick, but you're almost certain that Lionel Messi's going to score it. That's the genius at work. There's never been a better player. No, I know we can go through history, and even Argentina have had a god in himself in Diego Maradona. He was before my time. And then I had Pele previous to that. It was pushed down my throat from my father, how great he was, and George Best and some of the other greats. But this guy is on his own planet. He is the best ever to have done it. I don't care what anyone says. Now, we have had athletes like Ronaldo, but this is a footballer, as an artist, as someone who does things that you just don't normally see. And at his age, to be able to continue to do it. You said there he came off the bench, everyone's clapping. They're clapping because they spent a fortune to watch Lionel Messi play. But they get rewarded every single time, which is why, again, FIFA knock it out of the park. They know that the people are getting their reward. They're spending big bucks to go watch these games. Messi's ticket is the highest ticket on the market. Why? Because you know he's going to produce.
Because every professional coach in the world knows they have to shut down that space. Every team that faces Barcelona, Inter Miami, or Argentina spends the entire week studying video footage, drawing tactical schemes, and marking on the whiteboard exactly where Messi likes to receive the ball. They know. They know he'll drift to the right, they know he prefers to cut onto his left foot, they know he'll operate in this area, and yet they still can't stop him. They fail over and over again. Why? Because knowing what's going to happen on paper is one thing. Reacting to it in real time is something completely different. On the pitch, you have fractions of a second, a tired body, a mind under pressure, and maybe 4 seconds to make a decision. Tactical plans work perfectly in the video room, where everything is frozen, there's no pressure, and you can rewind the play as many times as you want. But Messi doesn't play in slow motion. At the exact moment the defensive block shifts to close the passing lane, the analysts identified, Messi has already read the defender's body balance, noticed the wrong plant foot, and realized that the center back will hesitate for a split second before deciding whether to step up or drop back. And it's in that split second that he kills you. There's a line I like to use when I talk about this. Messi becomes predictable because everyone knows what he's going to do. but he becomes unpredictable because he executes it at a speed the opponent's nervous system simply cannot keep up with. By this point, Messi is already thinking 3 seconds ahead of everyone else, including his own teammates. You know the lightning is going to strike somewhere near you. You even understand the physics behind it, the voltage, the most likely path. But nobody can put on a suit of armor fast enough when the lightning actually strikes. And the perfect example of this, to me, has always been his partnership with Jordi Alba. For years, everyone in world football knew exactly how that move was going to end. Messi would receive the ball in zone 14, drift slightly toward the right side, drawing the attention of the center backs. Alba would occupy the entire left channel, ready to find Messi with a low cutback from behind the defensive line. And then Messi would arrive in that space to finish the move. Every coach in Europe knew it was coming. Yet it kept happening, season after season. Why was that possible? Because Messi doesn't play at the tempo you expect. He dictates the rhythm of the attack. He deliberately slows the game down. He walks. He looks almost disengaged. And that creates an almost magnetic effect. 3 or 4 defenders begin gravitating toward him without even realizing they're doing exactly what he wants. The moment that defensive line loses its balance, the instant a center back hesitates for a split second, the ball is already gone from Messi's feet. Knowing that the pass is going to the left means nothing if you can't predict the exact thousandth of a second when he'll release it. And that's his true genius. It's not running speed, it's decision-making speed. That brings me to the very nature of Zone 14 in today's game. It is, without question, the most congested area on the pitch in modern football. Every well-coached team packs that space with 2 or 3 defensive midfielders specifically to suffocate it. For an ordinary player, receiving the ball with his back to goal, surrounded and under pressure from 3 opponents at once, usually means losing possession, being forced to play the ball backward, or drawing a foul. For Messi, that chaos is exactly where he feels most comfortable. The more players around him, the more he can use the defender's own bodies as a screen, disguising the ball's path and blocking the goalkeeper's view. If the defense decides not to commit to a tackle for fear of being dribbled past, Messi exploits that hesitation to place a shot with millimeter-perfect precision into the top corner, just as we've seen in those recent matches. The tactical setup is designed to eliminate the entire space. Messi only needs a few centimeters to decide the game. And look, I'm not saying this as some starry-eyed fan with no tactical understanding. Jose Mourinho tried to solve this problem and he couldn't. Mourinho, one of the greatest defensive masterminds in the history of the sport, tried everything against Messi. Man-marking, assigning Pepe or Sergio Ramos to step out and chase him all over the pitch. Extremely compact back force. Cutting off the passing lanes that fed him. And years later, Mourinho himself admitted that preparing a game against Messi is, at its core, creating an illusion of control. You study him, you understand the logic behind what he does, but once the match starts, all you can really do is limit the damage. You can never completely stop him. The tactical game plan evaporates because Messi isn't playing against the opponent's defensive system. He's playing against the center of gravity of the defenders, against the reaction time of the human being standing in front of him. Jose Mourinho said that Messi made him a better coach because he forced him to think harder than ever before. And even then, he never found the solution to the Messi problem. Do you know why that problem is impossible to solve? Because Messi is the greatest of all time. Not just because of the numbers, extraordinary as they are. Not just because of the Ballon d'Or awards, the trophies, or the World Cup he finally lifted. It's because he has, almost permanently, solved football's oldest problem. How to be decisive in the most congested area of the pitch, against the best tactical preparation that money and technology can buy. Zidane solved it with elegance. Bergkamp solved it with extraordinary spatial intelligence. But Messi took it to a level neither of them ever reached, because he has been doing it for more than 15 years, against every kind of defensive scheme, in every kind of competition, against the greatest coaches this profession has ever produced, and he is still doing it today, years after the physical peak that everyone insisted he needed. And that's exactly why, when coaches sit down to watch his footage in the week leading up to the match, they smile, convinced they've figured him out. But that smile, I've seen it firsthand many times, only lasts until the referee blows the opening whistle. After that, it's nothing but pure desperation. Coach of Vozina, are you ready for the biggest challenge of your entire career? Will you use Thierry Henry's videos to build a game plan against Messi? Would that be a mistake? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.